Hello, Ariel Hernandez here from KW Miami. I wanted to show you guys how you can add a contact into your database in Command. So first things first, you log into Command. If you don't know the name of all the applets here, you can either hover your mouse over or click on the KW logo and that will extend over. So we're going to go over to Contacts. And in the Contacts applet, you're going to be able to see here in the dashboard all of your database and contacts that you've already uploaded, right? But today we're just going to upload one, not a whole database, but just one contact. Alrighty. So we're going to click here on the top right corner where it says Add Contact. And then right here, we're going to go over each one of these options, right? So the first one's the full name. So I would put here the name as you know the person, since this is how you're going to search them on your database. So I'll give you an example. If the person's name is Patricia, but you know her as Patty, then you would put Patty and then her last name. All right. There'll be another section where you can put the full legal name. Add relationship. That's if, let's say Patty's spouse is also going to be part of the transaction or is also in the title, right? Or anything, then you would put spouse, put the name, click on add. It would add that spouse onto this contact card, but also create a contact card for that spouse, which you'll have to go later on to that contact card and be able to fill in all the information in there. You would put the email here and characterize it, whether it's personal, work, or other. Same thing with the phone number, personal, home, mobile, cell, right? If it's an international client, you can always choose here what country they're from and put their phone number. Here in lead sources, you got two options, right? So where did you get this lead, right? Was it from some type of source like a list, right? So it was from an agent from Boomtown, Brivity. They called in from a for sale sign or something, right? So direct mailers, where did you get this lead from? Or was it a referral from one of your contacts? And if it was a referral from your contacts, then you click on here and you search by the name of the contact, the person who referred them to you. If it actually is a lead, right? And we know the difference between a lead and a contact. A lead is someone that you've had one-way conversations with, right? You're texting them, you're emailing them, you're calling them, but they're not answering you back. The moment they answer you back, and now there's a two-way conversation between you and that person, they're no longer a lead. Now they're a contact. So if you just got their information, you're going to begin reaching out, then they're a lead. Here on tags are the different type of categories, right? How do you want to characterize this person you're adding? Are they a seller, a buyer, a landlord, a tenant, an investor? Are they an agent? Are they friends and family? You know, any type of category, A sphere, B sphere, ABC, 1, 2, 3, whatever tags or categories, you would just, there's some that are already put in here, right? And if you want to add one, so let's say test 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to create a new one, then you would type it in, hit create custom tag. Then you would choose whatever color you want that, right? It could be a city or any other type of category. Choose a color and then hit add. And that will automatically add that tag. And you only have to create it once. After that, every time you now type it in, it will appear for you to select. Let's click on add more information and additional contact information. Here's where you have your preferred method of contact. How does your client want to be contacted? By email, phone, text, or not at all? Any additional emails or phone numbers that you want to add, and you can add as many as you wish. Here in addresses, you'll see that it says primary address. If you're working with a seller, I would ask, are you selling the house you're currently living in? If they say yes, then I would put that address here and mark it as the mailing address. If they say no, we're selling another property, then I would put the address of the property they're selling here and then click on add address. And as the additional address, I put their home address and mark that as the mailing address. Reason you want the home selling here as primary is because this is going to be the primary neighborhood that's going to be attached on the contact card. And then you can do neighborhood nurtures and everything in reference to that specific neighborhood. Here in social profiles, you'll do Facebook, or you can do Twitter, Instagram, or any other social media platform. Now, the best thing here is for you to put the URL of the Facebook page of that person. So I'll give you an example here. Let's go into Facebook. You search the person and you go to their main profile, right? Their main page. You copy the URL that's on the top right up here. And that's what you paste here. That's going to create a little Facebook icon, right, on the on their contact card. And the moment you click on that icon, it'll take you directly into their Facebook page. That's great. From when birthdays, you click on there, you go straight to their Facebook page. Hey, happy birthday from your local realtor. Let's click here on about. Here's where you're going to put the full legal name, right? So above you put Patty and whatever the last name is. Here's where you would put the full name, Patricia, and then last name, right? The full legal name, how it would have to be in the contract. Description is not a description of the property. It's a description of the person. So if Patty is a 5'7", blonde, blue eyes, works at ABC Law Firm, and I met her at a party in Miami Shores, right? So it's a description of the actual person. And the reason we do that is, what if, you lose contact with Patty and she calls you about 2 years later and says, hey, I wasn't ready to buy back then, but I'm ready now. Can you help me? This is Patty. A lot of times we don't remember when the clients call us. And so we're like, oh, Patty, yeah, of course I can help you. Can you remind me your last name? You look her up and you read the description and then you remember who they are, right? And then you're this amazing agent who's never forgotten about them. You put their birthday here, home anniversary, if you know when they bought their home. If you want to add any other relationships, usually we use this one a lot if it's like mom and dad helping their child buy their first home. So the child is the main contact, and then we'll add mom and dad as relationships. Work here. If you've already added the jobs, you can click and you'll see all the different options. If not, you just have to type it in for the first time. So let's say the person works for Amazon. You would hit create company. And that will automatically just create the Amazon name there, right? It will register it there. And then you can put here as title, let's say delivery. All right. So it's loading now, but it would put there the word Amazon as the company name. Then we'll go into custom. Now here in customs, you can basically add any other question or any other area that you want to be able to have information on that hasn't already been up here. So we can click add custom field. I've already, you can click on there and say, let's say you want to know the language, right? Because you speak multiple languages. And so you want to know which clients of yours speak English, which speak Spanish, which speak French or anything, right? So we can put, let's say language. And then we're going to click on create custom field. And then you get to choose how do you want to answer that question, as a text field, as a text area, as a drop down box, and you choose the answers, as a date, as a checkbox, as a number, as a URL, percentage, or currency, right? So you can put language, you can put how much have they been pre-approved for, and then put the currency amount of pre-approval, right? Interest rate percentage or anything. So for this one now for language, I'm going to use it as a drop down box, and I can put my options and separate them by commas, right? So I'm going to put English, comma, Spanish. And I'm going to hit done. That will create that question for me and give me the option to choose, okay, this is an English speaking client or a Spanish speaking client. Once you're done, then you go ahead and you hit create, and that will create the contact and it would add it right into your database. All right, well, thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can contact me, and have a wonderful day.